I never thought money would destroy my family. But the day my sister looked me in the eyes and lied about our parents' will, I realized I never really knew her at all. This story starts with a funeral, a moment already heavy with grief and loss, and ends with a betrayal so painful it changed the way I look at family forever. My sister and I grew up close. Not perfect. We had our arguments, our distance, but close enough that I trusted her with anything that mattered. When our parents passed away, months apart, it felt like the world collapsed. Grief didn't hit us like a wave, drowned us. We clung to each other, the way you cling to anything familiar when everything else feels ripped away. She told me she'd handle the paperwork. She said she'd take care of the legal stuff, the bank accounts, the house, the will, and I believed her, because at that moment, I couldn't handle one more thing. I thought blood meant loyalty. I thought family protected each other. I was wrong. She told me there was nothing left, no savings, no house, just debts on top of debts. And because grief fogs your mind, I didn't question it. I didn't ask for proof. I didn't push back. I trusted her completely. So I moved into a tiny apartment, the kind where you can hear your neighbors sneeze, picked up extra shifts to survive, and told everyone who asked that I was doing okay. But while I shrank my life down to bare bones, she started expanding hers. A new car, designer handbags, weekend vacations, smiling in every picture. When I gently asked how she was affording all this, she laughed it off, tossed her hand like it was nothing, and said everything was on credit. Something inside me felt off. A tiny, uncomfortable twist in my gut, but I pushed it down because the alternative, believing my sister could lie to me, was too painful to accept. One night, I couldn't sleep. The apartment felt too quiet, and grief has this way of echoing in silence. I opened my laptop and started clearing old emails. I wasn't looking for anything, just trying to distract my mind. Then I clicked an email from our lawyer by accident. I almost closed it immediately until I saw the attachment, a document I had never seen before. A will, the real will. My heart started hammering. My name was there, so was hers, and the numbers were nothing like what she told me. I felt my chest tighten as I scrolled down. My hands were shaking so badly that the screen blurred. I read it over and over, hoping I misunderstood, hoping my eyes were wrong. But the truth was the same every time. She lied. She lied about everything. She had transferred everything to herself. Every last thing. The house, the savings, the accounts, even a trust fund that had been set aside for me since I was a child. All there in black and white. Signed, filed, gone. That night, I confronted her, not with anger, not at first, but with confusion, panic, heartbreak. I expected excuses, maybe denial, maybe tears, but she didn't deny anything. She didn't panic. She didn't even look ashamed. She just smiled, a calm, almost bored smile, and she said something I will never forget. You wouldn't have known what to do with it anyway. It wasn't just the words, it was the tone, the way she made me feel small, stupid, unworthy. In that moment, the money didn't matter. What shattered me was realizing my own sister never respected me. Not even a little. I felt sick, not just physically, emotionally sick, because it wasn't the inheritance that broke me. It was the look in her eyes, like I was disposable, like I didn't matter. That night, I sat alone in my apartment, the lights off, the silence heavy, and I cried harder than I ever have in my life. I replayed every memory. Every birthday, every holiday, every hug, every promise, and with each memory came a new question. How long has she been lying to me? Weeks? Months? Years? The betrayal didn't just take something from me. It ruined everything I thought I knew about the person I grew up with. But what she didn't know was that the will had a second clause, one buried deep in the paperwork, one she clearly never noticed. It said that any attempt to manipulate or hide the inheritance would trigger an automatic legal review. Fraud meant consequences. I didn't confront her again. I didn't yell. I didn't warn her. For the first time since everything happened, I stayed silent. I picked up my phone, called the lawyer, and explained everything. As I spoke, my hands finally stopped trembling. I realized I didn't need to fight her. The truth was about to do that for me. 3 weeks later, everything caught up to her. She was served legal papers at work, in front of all the people she tried to impress with her new lifestyle. Her accounts were frozen. The property was seized. The life she built on lies collapsed overnight. She called me nonstop, at first screaming, then crying, then begging, but I didn't answer. I just watched the phone vibrate and fall silent. For the first time in months, I felt calm. Not happy, not relieved, just quietly, peacefully calm. Justice had stepped in. I didn't have to. I didn't celebrate. I didn't feel victorious. I didn't feel the urge to throw it in her face. I just walked away, slowly, quietly. Some people lose family through tragedy. Others discover they never truly had it to begin with. Realizing that hurt more than losing any money. But it also freed me. I stopped begging for closure, stopped waiting for apologies that would never come, stopped trying to fix someone who never saw me as equal. Walking away wasn't weakness, it was survival. And finally, my life felt like it belonged to me again. I rebuilt my life slowly, one quiet decision at a time. I found a new apartment, one that actually felt like home, not like a place I was forced to survive in. The money helped, yes, but the freedom helped more. Freedom from lies, from manipulation, from constantly questioning my reality. I learned that trust isn't automatic, not even with family. It has to be earned, protected, respected. Losing my sister hurt, but losing myself would have hurt more. Walking away wasn't weakness, it was survival. And finally, my life felt like it belonged to me again. So now I'm asking you, would you forgive your sibling after something like this? Or would you walk away forever and never look back? I genuinely want to know what you'd do. Tell me in the comments. I want to hear every perspective.